Hey everyone, welcome to your Universe Z, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Whis revealing who is going to be the new God of Destruction. If you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our Universe Z. We know that gods of destruction, though dangerous and threatening, are important for maintaining the balance of the universe. They do what they want, but they are also subject to certain rules that prevent them from going beyond what they can do. Beerus is certainly powerful, but what would happen if he died or needed to be replaced? Who would be the best to take his position? How does a god behave and how does one become one? For a start, this is what we will discuss in today's video. The gods of destruction, also called destroyers in Funimation's dub, are very powerful deities who destroy planets, races, or threats that endanger the development of their respective universes, unlike the Supreme Kais, the gods of creation, who create and fill planets with life in order to maintain the balance of the universe. Together with the Kais, they rule and oversee the previously 18, now 12 universes, with each universe having its own destroyer. Unlike the angels and the Supreme Kais, with whom they work alongside, and who are all members of the same species respectively, both being naturally divine, the gods of destruction vary widely in species, with none sharing the same species except Beerus and Kampa, who are twins, and are mortal individuals who became divine from naturally mortal species. Originally, there was a god of destruction for each of the 18 universes then in existence until Zeno destroyed 6 of them, leaving only 12 at the time of his introduction in Dragon Ball Super. Once every millennium, the Kais and the gods of destruction go to each other's realms and hold a coordination meeting. On some occasions, the gods may also come together to deal with threats to the existence or stability of their universe or universes. Gods of destruction, being significantly stronger than the Kais by nature, are generally more capable of dealing with universal threats than the Kais themselves. However, they seem to have no obligation to heed the commands of Kais and therefore tend to be capricious about which threats to eliminate. Despite their almost absolute authority, even the gods of destruction have restrictions. They are not allowed to travel back in time or allow anyone else to do so. They are also forbidden to fight each other unless requested or authorized in a safe area, as they can easily destroy their universes if they do. In fact, if a god of destruction violates these restrictions or is not doing his job to the best of his ability, Zeno has the authority to remove him or even delete him from the position and appoint a new destroyer to replace him. While the gods of destruction may enjoy their duty, some going so far as to revel in it, they are not inherently evil, despite what their title suggests, for some can be rather benevolent, and don't seem to revel in their destruction, but instead use their powers to enforce justice in their own universe, destroying only planets or anything they deem evil, and are actually good-natured and kind when in a good mood or at ease. Also, at least in the cases of Beerus and Kampa, food is their natural way of calming down and socializing, with them even becoming friends with mortals if they are satisfied enough, though they still remain serious and don't joke around when doing their job. Also, unlike the angels, and like the Supreme Kais, they share the emotions that mortals possess and are prone to the same rebellion and anger, which can lead them to commit abuse of their power, injustice, evil, and tyranny. While the gods of destruction are generally fearless of deities and mortals, they are shown to respect the two Zenos and the Great Minister due to their greater position and power. This fear causes them to behave ironically in a manner similar to how mortals and lower deities react when in the presence of a god of destruction or a similarly powerful and/or high authority entity. While the gods of destruction can destroy any individual who opposes them or causes them trouble through their actions, they can spare mortals they find useful even if they are evil, such as Beerus tolerated Frieza and his empire despite Frieza being pure evil to the core, though this was due to Frieza's willingness to serve Beerus as his agent of destruction due to his fear of Beerus' power, which was so great that King Cold ordered his 2 sons to never oppose Beerus. Likewise, although he was disgusted with Frost's true nature, Kampa was willing to support him if he helped Team Universe 6 win the Tournament of Destruction. The gods of destruction are linked to the Supreme Kais of their universe, and if all the Supreme Kais died, the god of destruction would also die, as a way of maintaining the balance of the respective universe. Only the deities themselves and their assistants possess such knowledge, and only a few outside the upper echelons, including mortals, have received this knowledge. Gods of destruction are less vulnerable than Supreme Kaios in this sense, since they can continue to live as long as there is a single Supreme Kaios in their universe, whereas the death of a god of destruction would instantly kill all Supreme Kaios, regardless of how many. This link does not extend to the apprentice Supreme Kais, however, as Gawazu's death caused Rumshi's death, even though Zamasu is still alive. Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, is the one who sealed Old Kaioshin into Sword Z. His administrative zone includes the planet Earth. Each god of destruction has an assistant angel, such as Whis for Beerus and Vados for Kampa. Despite the life bond and god status, a god of destruction is not obligated to show respect or treat their associated Supreme Kai kindly. Beerus, for example, constantly belittles the Kais of his universe and has gone so far as to seal Old Kai for some unknown offense. In the manga, Rumshi threatens to kill the Kai of his universe, Gawazu, if his summons to Zeno's palace was to rebuke his manipulation of Zamasu. Interestingly, while Beerus is careful to ensure that no harm comes to his universe, the Supreme Kaios, he has never clashed with Kid Buu, despite Majin threatening to destroy them on at least 2 occasions. However, on both occasions, Beerus was presumably asleep and unaware that the Supreme Kaio of his universe were in trouble. Thus, in Universe 7, Supreme Kai is much more vulnerable when Beerus is asleep. In the manga, it is stated that all the other gods of destruction hold a grudge against Beerus because of his carelessness in falling asleep during Zeno's hide-and-seek tournament, a travesty that made Zeno furious, and those gods of destruction had to plan quickly to relieve their anger, a life and death decision for which they would always hold Beerus responsible. Despite their immense power and longevity, the gods of destruction are known to be capable of dying. Because of this, their angel attendant will seek out and train possible replacements. Candidates need not be of a divine race, as mortals are selected as candidates if they possess adequate power. The only known candidate for God of Destruction so far is Top of Universe 11, although previously, Jiren was chosen but declined the offer. Goku and Vegeta from Universe 7 were both offered by Whis, but they declined the offer because they simply wanted to become stronger on their own. Candidates, once chosen and accepted, can assume the power of destruction with the training of an angel to control their power and divine ki. Additionally, in the Xenoverse series, Whis seeks to train time patrollers primarily in hopes of finding potential candidates to replace Beerus, although the Supreme Kai of Time attacks him for trying to hunt down time patrol personnel when he asks the future warrior if they would like to be the next god of destruction. Presumably this practice is frowned upon by Chrono and Elder Kai, although they still allow Whis to work as an instructor at the Time Patroller Academy. During a new parallel mission, Whis secretly enlists the help of the Time Patrol to help him look for potential candidates to replace Beerus in the distant future, as Whis notes that Beerus must remain god of destruction for some time, though he thinks it preferable to have a prospective candidate. Both Beerus and Whis work as instructors at the Patroller Academy, allowing the future warrior to train with them. Completing Mission 4 of Beerus School, Lesson 3 allows the future warrior to learn Sphere of Destruction. Similarly, in Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the original future warrior could also learn Sphere of Destruction by completing Beerus training as his master. As part of the Legendary Pack 1 DLC, the second future warrior can randomly obtain Toppo's super skill Destructive Fracture by defeating Toppo in New Parallel Quest 145, Other World Challenger, and can randomly obtain his final skill Destructive Fission Ki Blast in New Parallel Quest 146, Zeno HS Earthly Excursion, by defeating Toppo during a legendary finish after clearing the PQ in less than 15 minutes. Gods of destruction do not always work alone in their destruction and can sometimes appoint someone else to the duty of destruction, thus becoming an agent of destruction. The only example of this in Universe 7 is Frieza, who before 739 was known to help Beerus destroy things, and was also said by him to destroy planet Vedera. Beerus also allowed Frieza to maintain a galactic empire that controlled 70% of Universe 7. Presumably, Beerus also tolerated the activities of other Frieza clan members, such as King Cold and Cooler, who is supported by King Cold advising his 2 sons not to challenge Beerus, which may have played a role in allowing them to maintain a vast empire as they respected Beerus' position as destroyer of Universe 7. After Frieza's resurrection, however, Beerus was less inclined to allow Frieza to act freely, as he allowed Whis to go back in time to prevent the destruction of Earth due to his love of Earth's cuisine and getting acquainted with Goku and his friends. In Universe 11, the Pride Troopers work under and or are supervised by Belmod and thus are also agents of destruction, although in their case, only to destroy evil. They also work with and even protect the Supreme Kai if necessary. Before the Tournament of Power, Sidra made the Assassins of Universe 9 act as agents of destruction by gifting their leader with some destruction energy to use. It should be noted that in Dragon Ball GT, the Luod cult worships the mutant machine Luod, whom they have been duped into believing is the god of destruction of their universe, although in reality Luod is little more than a wannabe who has usurped Beerus' title. Fortunately for Luod and his cultists, Beerus does not appear in GT. In Super Dragon Ball Heroes World Mission, in an alternate timeline, he is a Universe 6 counterpart of Mr. Satan who, unlike his Universe 7 counterpart, is strong enough to be considered next in line to become the Universe 6 god of destruction and is actually stronger than Time Patrollers Zeno Goku and Zeno Vedera, thus proving that his selection as a candidate for God of Destruction is well deserved. This also reinforces the idea that pure Earthlings can become powerful enough to become a God of Destruction candidate, as shown by Future Warrior Earthling in Xenoverse 2 and Mr. Satan of Universe 6 in World Mission. But what if Universe 7 lost its God of Destruction? Who could replace him? Well, as we have well seen, the qualified person cannot only be powerful, but needs to be able to destroy planets and people when it not only threatens those close to him, but that it is necessary. This doesn't necessarily mean that a god needs to be evil, but most of them are quite selfish and act in a way that is in accordance with their own ideals, and when we think about this, we also remember that this being must be guided by an angel, which means that he must be beneath his powers. Goku might be an interesting choice, but it is difficult to see him in all this description. He is more of a peaceful angel form than a violent god. So here we could categorize someone like Frieza, something almost impossible, or even Vegeta himself, who has long wished to overcome Beerus. Possibly Vegeta would be the most interesting option for us to see as the new god of destruction, especially now that he has a new transformation. But what about you? Who do you think would be well categorized as a god of destruction? Leave your opinion in the comments. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your Universe Z.